All right. What's up, guys?
It'll be the first time you get to see
you get to see our face if you haven't seen us in person.
Yeah, our lovely faces.
Yeah, we're trying this out.
And my lovely studio. Look at all this pretty art behind us.
If you can see it, you won't be able to because it's tiny on screen. This is going to eat up the left portion of the screen, but you already know that because you're watching the video.
Yes.
Future. You in the future.
The way of the future.
The way of the future. The way of the future.
All right. God.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Well, no, it's not a while since we posted, but a while since we've recorded.
Yes.
Technically, kind of.
Kind of. We do still live.
We scrapped something earlier. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do still live videos on the Twitch now. We've moved from Instagram Live to Twitch Live, so we're moving slowly but surely
up there. We'll get to fans only soon, or only fans, whichever one.
When you can see this hot, you know.
Yeah, whatever the latest e-girl Tic Tac video thing is. So we'll get there, don't worry.
Yeah, but for now we're going to be talking mainly about this fan art piece that'll be on the website after we're done recording this. It is for Berserk.
Yeah, it looks great. Let's get to the video real quick. Boom.
And as you can see here, still using all of the cheating tools to make sure everything is in the center. Compasses, circles, and all that good stuff.
So what we really wanted to portray with this piece was just the misery of having to wait constantly for a new chapter, only to have it delayed.
Yes.
Which allegedly, there will be a chapter at the end of the month if you're watching this in April. If you're watching this not in April, that chapter probably didn't happen.
It's true. Apparently, also speaking of, he is the creator. He is very particular when it comes to his manga. In fact, he'd be like doing pixel by pixel to make sure it looks just right, and
that's crazy.
His editor is just miserable.
I can imagine.
He actually doesn't even. He also doesn't have any assistants either. They just can't keep up. They can't keep up with his quality. Until recently, there has been a new person that might be doing assistant work with him that they thought was up to the skill. As you can see here, also this is in the corner. Originally, this was going to have this Skull Knight.
This piece goes through a few changes as we go through it.
Like the sword, not nearly as big enough because again, like that sword changes sizes pretty much constantly.
Yeah, it always has one consistent size though, big as fuck.
Yeah, it's always big as fuck, but
it's always big as fuck.
Yeah, you never know. No, this piece was pretty simple compared to most of the other stuff I do too, because it's just 3 characters and 2 of them are just heads, and then
it's especially some of the stuff you've been drawing lately. More for like our originals and things like that.
Yeah, the books, things like that, more of the fantastical ones. Plus, also this one doesn't really show you any like event happening as much as it does like just a feeling and evoking the feeling of never getting another fucking chapter.
Yep.
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, this one was I don't know. It was a bit easier than most other pieces. I was actually when I was doing this, I've been kind of doing the same thing, I guess is the word, where I would pencil it on one sheet, then go to the light table next, and then do a smidge of watercolor underneath after I do the inking. But the one thing that did change in this one is this is the first one I had brought back out the nib pen for.
Yeah, I usually don't do that on a lot of fan art. I think Zelda's the only other piece, right?
Yeah, it's mainly I usually use brush or brush pen. This one I brought nib out because again, the style of this series is very much detailed, a lot of lines, a lot of just because even with even the new style of Berserk, he has like a lot of calligraphic kind of cross hatching, things like that. Or just hatch work in general, and I wanted to make sure that kind of came across with this work, so I kept the nib pen in it, even though he's now moved on to digital. But in order to evoke the...
Who will be the last mangaka left?
Yeah, right. That goes to digital?
Yeah, I mean, that stays traditional. Basically same thing.
Yeah, Oda, I think, is still traditional.
Yeah.
So is Black Clover. Black Clover is all traditional.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's why it takes him so long.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's why he's had a few chapters where he's like, there's been just pencil sketches just because he just doesn't do the digital stuff. I know My Hero does the inks by hand, but then all of the screen tones are CG and digital.
Oh, okay.
And if he's doing backgrounds, I think someone else does that digitally for him. I know that Shaman King is all digital now too. It's very bizarre to see that kind of how everything changes.
Yeah, the transition, right?
Yeah, because again, these series started early 90s,
you didn't
late
even
90s.
have many computers.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first times I remember a manga artist mentioning computer was like the Love Hina artist, Matsu, because it's in the back of one of the books and it's talking about why the characters had those white lines around them over some of the backgrounds, and it showed you how they were made in CG.
Right.
Like the backgrounds would be computer generated.
Yeah, or like with Kazuka Takahashi when he started doing moving from traditional to digital. Like he has that whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Art book where he talks about how he colored Slapper the Sky Dragon.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, it starts off pencil, inks it traditionally, and then goes in digitally and does everything else, which was very bizarre. To see that, because I was like, I'm so used to it, because like his old manga,
the old style,
is all very traditional. Like even just you could tell that he's using markers or using watercolor. Like even with Dragon Ball is the same way too. Even though Dragon Ball Super is not drawn by Akira Toriyama, when Akira Toriyama does do illustrations and things like that for Dragon Quest, you can tell that all of the coloring is now done digitally.
I think Araki still does all by hand, right?
Yeah, Araki does everything by hand.
He painted that last one.
Yeah, he always
the orange and green one for that art book.
Everything Araki does is by hand.
I've seen that. That one's really nice.
Yeah, that one's a good one. Araki, I don't think he's ever done anything digitally.
Yeah, I've never seen him do
because all of the official colors for JoJo are colored by somebody else. They're not colored by him.
That makes sense.
Someone else colors them and does the
because he's still got to write the manga. He's got to make the manga while it comes out. He doesn't have time to color it.
Right? Yeah, he's got
no way.
Yeah, even if it's a monthly though, I mean, like it's still like a crazy amount of work he does.
Yeah, right.
Especially with all the detail and things like that. Yeah. And speaking of, this is when it gets to the...
Yeah, now we're getting to the rest of the characters, getting everything more detailed in.
Yeah, this is actually... Because I knew I wanted Griffith there, sorry. And this is me originally putting Casca here in a small thing, because I wanted to put the Skull Knight in, because I thought he was a pretty important tertiary character. But then it just didn't feel like it fit. And then,
you'll see that later, where we just kind of like keep struggling, like what to do with him.
Yeah.
And so it's always, you don't want to stay too stuck with your original idea a lot of the time.
Yeah.
If it's not going to work, you should just bail. Learning when to bail is a key skill.
Like you can tell that she just does not look good here, and then like also it just doesn't help that what is it? I felt like that hole there was actually better for the flow of the piece.
Yeah.
And then I was like doing this, and I was just like, I don't really...
Yeah, because it's somewhere later when we're talking, I was like, that space should be occupied if the whole thing was going to be occupied.
Yeah.
But you still had spaces all around, because you didn't do a full cast picture.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's around here when we're talking about what to do with him, because you were going to draw the horse, and then it was like, I can't fit a horse in, and then I'm like, well, why is he even there?
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, well, let's just not do that, and then we'll put somebody else there. Yeah, I think this is when I finally decide that Casca should go up there, because I was originally going to just keep Casca down there and then have this one be a bit more flowy, and then I kept the flowy, but then I realized that empty space was just bad and should be filled up a bit. And then we just cut out Casca.
And then we also realized that we should draw her with the new hair.
Yeah.
Since it was the armor and everything else.
So the Berserk armor, and then I gotta make sure that the flowing's coming out. I think I still kept this angle. Yeah, no, I do eventually change the angle.
Yeah, I think it gets changed a little bit.
Because I know that she's looking a bit, her head's a bit more towards us at the end. And then now we get into the ink. And now, here is the line work. This is where I draw a single line for every missed chapter.
Yeah, every week without a chapter. That's it.
Yeah. But, it's pretty fun to work with this pen. I don't really pull it out very often, mainly just because I need to take more breaks with it, because it just really brings out the carpal tunnel with the having to hold it very hard to get the line weights I want. I noticed too also that this spoon bill that I'm working with, you can only get really thick lines. You can't get as much varied line weight out of it without pressing down real hard on it. So I think about halfway through this one I realized that the spoon bill is not working. I'm gonna switch over to the other G pen, and then it's like you can drop all this ink everywhere too.
Yeah, there's a couple times where it's like just by the miracle of the God hand, that it didn't mess up the art, obviously.
Yeah, or I was just like, it's easy to fix.
Yeah,
again, ink is pretty forgiving if you have whiteout. Me going off there. This, I think, I don't know when I do this, but I at one point realized my hand hurts too much to continue. So I switch over, and then I start realizing, that's because that one holds ink better. Also because this one doesn't like letting go of ink either. Unless you're doing a very direct, long curve of a line. It doesn't like doing these very short lines that I'm doing right now.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was just having the worst time keeping it to come out.
I do remember that at some points in this, where you're kind of like really having to try, and you're like shaking it a little bit and stuff.
Yeah, I have to keep it coming off. Anytime I'm off screen, it's me trying to get the fucking ink to come off the thing. I remember this was taking a while too. This is also what's frustrating about doing hatch work as well, though, is because sometimes things get a little lost in it, so I have to keep going back and adding more ink or taking away ink. There we go. See?
Yeah.
It does not hold ink very well. But
perfectly dodged it. Yeah.
Again, it's anytime that I have the ink come out, it just, it's like, okay, well, whatever. I can just fill out the spot where it was supposed to be anyway. Or just put white out there. It's honestly like not. It was funny. Someone was talking about people who fear the ink should just go digital. I'm like, I don't fear ink. Just don't want to ruin the paper.
No, it was for water. It was for painting. It was for painting over your line art.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
The watercolor.
Yeah, that's right.
They said if you're afraid, you should just go digital.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't know. Plus, I can't. There's certain coloring techniques that I can't use in this. Like case in point, there's another piece I did where I did the watercolor, but then over top that I did oil pastel, and oil pastel and ink don't mix. Because if once I do the oil pastel over top of the ink, I can't go do ink over top because you can't do acrylic over oil.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So you can do oil over acrylic, but you can't go vice versa.
Huh. Science.
But yeah, so this kind of, like for that scenario, I'd have to do it on two separate pages.
It would be scientifically impossible.
It is technically. It's scientifically impossible.
Scientifically impossible, people.
No, this is fun stuff though. I always enjoy doing hatch work like this. Again, wish I'd do it more often, but again, it doesn't really come up that often. Again, and also I have to take more breaks, and just the art piece is a lot slower process because it just kind of hurts after a while because you're just like, for me specifically, I just go real ham on it. I know most people can do this without much death grip on their pen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but for me, it's just like I can't.
No, that happens to me if I would try to write fast. By hand, I'll start gripping the pen or pencil harder and harder the faster I try to write.
Yeah.
And it ends up like I have to it slows me down in the process because I have to stop more often.
Right, and then this is me going back in with a brush to get some of the more shadow effects and all of that stuff. To get the blacks more black and all that. Make sure that I'm also getting the light portions as well pretty nailed out. Again, with the hatching, you need to also make sure you have enough white out as well, or a razor blade to really break up the gray areas to make sure that you know where the lighting is coming from. And for this one, it was a little weird because I kind of made the lighting directly on him by having the little the Eclipse sign with the brand on it and things like that. So the lighting in this one's pretty bizarre because there actually is a technical direct light source on it. So technically all of this should just be really black.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to showcase the details of the armor and things like that. And plus, I don't really like pictures that you can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
Because why do all that hatch work if I'm not going to be able to show it off? Because if, in all honesty, this would all just be kind of like black with a bit of white to showcase the lighting. Yeah.
This is when I think you were. I think I just ran out of them. I don't remember if this was.
No, I did take.
Was this the break?
This was a break.
I think there was a break. Yeah.
The reason I took a break here is because I didn't want to like smudge the ink by going the opposite direction. I wanted to wait for it to dry. And it was just letting it do its thing. So yeah, and then going in with the micron for some of the other smaller parts. I think this is when I realized the micron might have been a bit easier on certain things.
Yeah.
But microns do what more deadlines than they do anything. Deadline.
I was gonna say, is that just like it's one thickness? Like
it's one thickness, doesn't have any weight or anything to it. Like me going back with these brushes to add, thicker lines on the bottom to imply that there's a weight to them.
Some weight, yeah.
You gotta go in there and take the tape off, damage the paper because
obviously
it's not a Matt Clark original unless the paper's damaged.
Nope, it really isn't. I made that joke earlier when you bent it.
I did bend it
at the very beginning. If you see like erases or he does something and he bends the top, that joke is somewhere in the behind the scenes.
I'm not shocked. I always fuck up the paper in some.
It's pretty funny. At least you started using blue tape, and I don't have to try to peel off the pages without destroying it.
Yeah,
'cause that was miserable.
No, you know me. Love making things hard for everybody.
So true.
Yeah. Can't be doing anything the easy way.
No, God no.
It's not art unless I'm suffering.
The pain.
Pain. It's not painting without pain. But yeah, no, this whole aspect. This is when I kind of realized I might start smudging things, so I decided it's probably a good time to take a little break off it. Plus, my hand was probably hurting. I wouldn't be shocked if my hand was hurting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think we're still... Yeah, this is probably the second session.
Yeah, this is definitely in the second part.
Because even though I'm still using the spoon bill, I think it was near the end of this one.
Because you did... Yeah, I just remember there's a part where most of the armor was done and then you took a break.
Yeah, I know that I think it was when this was done, because I just didn't want to have to go back over it and then smudge it, because again, I usually have this bad problem of where I start on the right side, go to the left, when in actuality I should be going from the left to the right. I should actually start in the top left corner and then go down this way.
Oh, that makes sense.
But I go start in the center and then go
wherever. Yeah. Just all over the place. He makes like a magic crucifix, you gotta open a seal to the devil,
few Hail Mary.
Yeah, hit some of those. The 10 billion Hail Mary chain to stop Corona.
Yeah, the Hail Mary.
That chain letter that Sabrina got.
Yeah, it's just so funny. Yeah, I think this is the next session, because I think I did this one in 2 sessions in terms of the inking process.
It was definitely at least 2, yeah.
Yeah, I usually have to take breaks every once in a while now. I'm an old man. At the ripe old age of 374.
That's true.
And
and Berserk still ain't done.
And it still ain't done, man.
Still ain't done.
It's fucking wild. Ain't done. Can you believe? Wait, did I switch? Nope, still on this one. Okay. Yeah, when do I switch pens? I'm gonna be like so excited when I finally switch pens in this video.
I don't know, man. I don't remember. It's been a while since I put this together.
Yeah, it's been a bit. We've been a little. What's the word?
I don't know, you've been pretty downtrodden.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
With no cons.
Yeah, no cons.
Whereas I've just been a little out of funds with no cons.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. I mean, we got some commissions coming up, so at least that's nice. Oh, by the way, I finally got the commission, and boy, you're gonna have fun.
Well, you'll tell me later.
Yeah. Chat, you're never gonna get to see this because I'm not posting it.
Nice. I can't wait. That sounds fun.
It's not what you think. It's not furry bait.
That sounds fun. I can't wait.
It's definitely
spicy.
Out there.
Okay. All right.
All right. It's definitely Tamamo.
Okay. Well, now you're tempting me too much. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the work at hand. I mean, this magnificent blade, which you clearly studied.
Clearly, yes.
Clearly studied.
I definitely studied the Berserk manga to get this blade just right.
Yeah. We also referenced that really nice statue.
Yes.
Man, there's like $1,000 statue of him in this armor. It has some slightly similar posing. You can actually change the poses on it.
I'm using performance enhancing tools.
Not the ruler. Oh, God.
I had to. I just want to make sure it was straight. Also, because I wanted
straight lines are his weakness.
Yeah, right. I wanted to incorporate dry brush because I wanted to have like textures and stuff like that would lead into this blade being like bloody at the very bottom of it. Like he's just finished killing a whole bunch of demons and shit. And it's edgy.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember at one point because when the sketch originally started, you could see that it like ends before you go off the page, and I just told him, because you were trying to figure out how long it was, I'm like, nah, fuck it, just draw it all the way off the page. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, they're all gonna be like, oh, it's Berserk. Yeah,
that sounds about right. It's 100 feet long. Yeah, you know,
it's longer than Sephiroth sword, I think.
It's got to be close.
Yeah, it's somewhere along those lines. It's long as fuck.
I think it would win in a fight, though. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I think they did they do that on Death Battle?
I don't know, but they should, just as a big sword battle.
Because I know that Sephiroth and Guts have had death battles. I just don't know
who they fought.
I feel like Sephiroth fought Virgil.
That sounds right. That's like a silver hair sword fight.
Yeah, because Virgil lost that fight because
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's because Sephiroth had the power to summon like a meteor that could end the world.
Okay, I got you.
So the fact that he had world-ending abilities and magic and shit definitely
outweighed the demon magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I don't recall the reasoning.
Those death battles.
Not important. But
death battles without honor or humanity.
I just can't remember who Guts fought.
I don't know. If you know in the comments, let us know.
It's gonna bug me the entire rest of this video.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, I guess. Rude, but sure.
Yeah, obviously. Now we're trying to get this Laffy Taffy suit just right, is what we're looking at right here. Because doesn't that remind you from the Juggernaut?
Yeah.
That guy who's like, my suit's made of Laffy Taffy. Yeah. That's what his outfit is.
Yeah, now this is when I found out about the other pen. Okay, that's where it is. And I was like, oh, look at how great these lines come out. I don't have to put any pressure on it at all. Ooh, baby.
Right.
I was like, man, this picture could have been done ages ago. I went with the brush pen, and you can't see because I need to like push it down to see.
He's hiding it from you, Chad.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I just didn't want you to see.
And this is where, Homegirl comes into shape here.
Yep.
Finally got her brain back.
She did.
And finally got her brain back.
Got horrible PTSD.
As anyone would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's, feels right, though.
Yeah, very realistic.
Yeah,
it's not one of those series where the characters just get over their horrific
trauma. Yeah.
Oh well, power friendship.
Yeah, I got brutally raped and all my friends got murdered, but friendship
manga.
Friendship has saved the day.
Oh man.
I feel great.
Yeah, those are always weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird every time they just get over it.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I did get the whiteout on there, so we're good there. Yeah, now we're getting to
looking good.
Yeah, this is when we get to the very end. And this is where I kind of have to go back and make sure all the lines look right up near top.
Yeah, and then you start kind of hitting this evil bone pillar thing.
You're right. It was kind of like the idea of it being just like all of the murders.
Yeah, everything.
Every person he's killed, fought, things like that. Kind of just.
It just reminds me of like the shape of like a weird vertebrae or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's like all these swords, skulls, weird faces in it.
Yeah, that's great. Whenever you do like tiny skulls like that, you need that in more stuff.
Okay. All these familiar faces.
Right.
I think that's how much I can get in without being flagged for copyright.
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially singing that well.
Yeah, it was definitely very well sung. Thank you.
The algorithm will surely pick it up and sue you instantly.
Look, I think my voice is nice.
Let me guess, Ellen told you?
No. I don't think she would ever tell me that. She's not the type to lie to me.
That's funny.
Look, she loves me, so she would never lie.
You keep telling yourself that. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, we try. We have fun here.
We do have fun here.
Mostly at my expense.
Always at his expense.
Always agree.
Always agree.
Always agree.
Always agree. Lost Skeleton of Cadavra. Yeah. If you ain't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's hilarious.
It's a good parody film.
It's amazing.
Yeah, but so I think we're getting to the near the end of this one, and then we'll start getting into the color. Yeah, I'm still trying to get more faces in there, not just like skulls and stuff like that, but these kind of horrific, like, holy fuck, what the hell is that face?
Yeah, perfectly sum up some of the imagery from the series.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that scene with the horse.
All right.
And some helmets, get some of that in there,
Get some of the anguish of trying to play that Dreamcast game in there, too. You can't swing that sword if you're in the alleys.
It's
so miserable. It's just like clang, clang.
I forgot about that game. Holy shit, that game is miserable.
Oh. There's parts I like, there's a lot of parts I don't like, from what I remember.
That game is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Especially by today's standards of gaming. It's yeah. And then we got all this cool aura and shit, smoke. Yeah, there we go. And I gotta sign it.
I can give you a nice little view of what it looks like. And I think we're gonna go to the painting. Oh no, we got the white.
Oh, that's right. It's never a Maeca art original without whiting it out.
The ink is not done until the white out.
Yep. Especially because of this one, I also want to make sure that the white was showcased a lot because you need it. Also, the texture on the sword. Things like that. Also, I remember the head needed to be really separated from that sword because that that head was blending in with the sword pretty hard. Yeah, I recall now. It's all coming back to me. And then, okay, so this is funny. So originally I was just going to be like, okay, I'm going to do this very highly detailed. I've been doing that a lot for my watercolor pieces. And then I think at one point there's
some part in the middle you just like fuck it and just start painting all over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
You're still trying at this point.
Yeah, I'm still trying. This is me still trying. I cannot recall when I fuck up, but I do fuck up, and then we just, okay.
There's the blue powder.
It's salt.
That's the blue powder. He's the blue powder artist. And it's this is around where we're just like, fuck it, just paint all over everything.
Yeah, it's because...
You're right there.
Yeah, that's where it was. I think it's because some of it spilled over.
Once it started going everywhere, it's like, whatever.
Once it just starts getting on my pants.
I'm just going to art all over this thing and let's see what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the blue powder is that's the key point. Comment blue powder. Just start commenting that. So... I love how mad it gets him because he fucking hated that commercial. It's from some random, vodka commercial?
Yeah, it's from a vodka commercial where this artist just like throws blue powder on his drawing before he starts drawing. I was like, wait, what was that for? What does that mean?
He's the blue powder artist. It's his gig.
I don't get it though.
It's his gig. Look,
I don't understand.
Yeah, because you don't understand real art. Look at this. This is what you're making. He's making blue powder. That's it.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sorry, y'all. I wish y'all could look at good art and not whatever the shit I'm making. Fucker.
No, this is a cool background. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it turned out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see my coffee cup right there.
Yeah.
Come back to it a bit each time. Get a bit more red in there. Yeah, I think I had a bit more green and yellow into this too. Cause, I wanted that sun to be really red.
Yeah. I feel like you should do like a tutorial video or something on some of this kind of stuff.
Oh, the watercolor stuff?
Yeah, something. Because I know tutorial videos are pretty big.
Yeah, I guess. I just don't know what I would do to explain this.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I just feel like, hey man,
start painting.
You know that dark,
shit, and then make sure to switch to digital instantly while you're mid-sentence.
Right. You know that darkness you feel inside of you? Just put it on the paper.
Mm-hmm. Just pour your dark soul all onto the page.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, Berserk's the inspiration for,
fucking edgy and...
all that shit, so...
It's true, yeah. Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne. Well, yeah,
Bloodborne's Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
I know Bloodborne's more...
Bloodborne's a little more H.P. Lovecraft-ish, but Miyazaki loves Berserk anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, because he also made Demon Souls.
All the other ones, yeah.
All the Souls games.
Every one of them.
This portion was a bit difficult trying to get that overlay just right, but I think it was. I don't know. I think it showcased all the texture I wanted to keep in at least, so that was what was the main point of it. Next is just going to be probably a little bit of me working on getting all the layers figured out because I want to make sure everything is. I try to do making sure everything is formatted properly so I know where everything's supposed to go. Yeah, like what I'm doing the flats right now for the background because I'm also doing it like this because I could not see shit.
Yeah, no way.
Oh man, that was great. Yeah, no, there was no way I was able to see what I was doing while that red was there, because red's just such a very overpowering color.
Oh,
especially when you want to do this color underneath it, because you're like, oh yeah, this is the color from the ground that was in this reference image to Berserk that I had. I think it was a promotional image that was from the scene with the eclipse and all that. So most of the colors are. What's the word I'm looking for? Not stolen, because that sounds
sampled.
Sampled.
Sampled. That's what you want to do. You want to sample stuff. Yeah. Look at the shadow on my face from the light. We got lights now.
Yeah, look, you can actually see this.
Ooh, it's fancy.
Yeah. But, yeah, all this is sampled from some of the scenes from Berserk. Just to make sure I can get the actual like mood that they set in the original anime film series.
Yeah. It's tough to create your own colors from nothing.
For sure.
I mean, you can try. If you want to be a badass.
I'm not a badass.
He's really not.
I'm a punk bitch.
He really is. But it works for him.
Yeah.
As long as being a punk bitch works for you, lean into it. Remember that, kids.
Remember, kids.
Remember, kids. Find your strengths. And if one of those is being a punk bitch, that's fine. We don't judge here.
There's no escape from this room, actually.
There's no escape from the frame. You can't even get outside of it. So we can't. You can't escape. I'm in a glass case of emotion. I'm JoJo posing. Ooh.
First of all, you don't have emotions.
Oh, bullshit. I have emotions. Okay, maybe I don't.
Other than vindictive joy.
Yeah, that's true.
And joy at my suffering.
Oh, man, but that's such a good one. Why do I need anything else when I have that?
It's fair, I guess. I'm the one who has to be emotional in this comedy duo.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Whatever this is.
I mean, you have to have all the emotions to put them onto the screen.
That's true, yeah.
Come on. If you're not putting them on there... Oh, yeah, this is where we start moving. So he moves a little bit.
Yeah, because it was a little off.
It was definitely a little off. It works better. It looks a little better now.
He likes to bring that up every time something's a little off kilter. One of my other apparently biggest flaws in my work is... straight lines with swords going all the way through.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. Sometimes the angles of stuff, if the line is broken up, can be a little messed up too.
It's so weird because like I will use a ruler and yet somehow still manage to fuck it up somehow.
I think you just are like slightly turning it, or sometimes I'll notice when you sometimes the page doesn't get taped properly back.
I guess that might be it. I know that it's like one of those weird fucking things where I'll be like, yeah, I did it, and then
with 100 rulers.
Yeah, I used the ruler. Why is this not working?
Yeah,
guys, somebody.
I couldn't explain it. I'm just there to try to help you fix it at the end.
Something's just wrong with my brain, I guess. I don't know, man.
Brain don't work.
Brain don't work no more, man.
Brain don't work.
I've had multiple concussions. I think I've had like 3 or 4 concussions.
Was that all your training to be a green belt?
No, that wasn't from that. I had a concussion when I was dropped on my head as a kid.
Oh shit, like Goku?
Yeah.
Nice.
Then I had a concussion from slipping after finishing mopping.
At the bakery, right?
Yeah, the bakery. Then I had, at my second job, I had a bunch of equipment fall on my head, and then I got a concussion from that. I think that was the next day.
Oh my god, you're like that dude from fucking Not Another Teen Movie. Yeah. The concussion count on the scoreboard. Like, for real. Holy shit, I think you've only got one more until your career's done. Wow. Do not attack this man if you see him, please. I need his money still.
Alright, this is me doing a color hold to push back the characters. One of the things I think is very important in differentiating your characters...
hold on. Oh wait, no, it's on audio still. I'm restarting the camera.
That's fine.
That's funny.
Yeah.
New setup.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, he can still talk.
I can still talk, yeah.
No, he can't talk. You don't talk anymore.
Why? But no, the importance of getting the characters to push back a bit, so that they're don't seem to either be physically there, or to just they're not as important as to use a color hold on them to make them that they're not emphasized and pushed back a bit. And then as you can see, I had to like kind of go in and just really edit those lines afterwards to make sure that they actually even
are still there.
Yeah. Flare masks are my best friend, by the way. This was a real easy fix. What else? What were we talking about? before we got distracted? Oh, my concussions.
All your concussions, yeah, obviously.
I mean, I did get hit in the head a lot from the green belt stuff.
Yeah.
But I was wearing padding for that, so
okay.
You don't really get concussed from that.
Well, that's fine.
The other things were, well, I'm pretty sure, actual concussions.
Definitely.
It's one of the things where my family would always be like, the reason he's never able to say anything without, like, pausing mid-sentence to catch his, like, because his brain will move really quickly, his mouth won't catch up, and then there'll be a weird disconnect because the brain has already said what it needs to say to me, and then I skip a few things, and now I'm talking about something else. Or wherever I'll be just like, what are we talking about? It's,
brain don't work.
Brain don't work no more.
Brain don't work.
Brain don't work.
At least his hands still work, people. Those hands.
It's like,
catch them at your next con.
Yeah.
These hands.
Well, wait, no. Social distancing.
Well, no one will need to do that anymore. The world will be amazing. And we can all go back to licking each other's faces like we're Bouchard-y. Not yet. And not on camera. That's for the OnlyFans page. That's for the Tic Tac. Right. Yeah. That's for our premium Snapchat.
Oh, Lordy. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just the fact that the fan's not on?
Both?
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 Both? We'll probably take a break after this before we film the next one.
Right.
It's in lights, too.
It's
not used to the bright lights of fame.
Yeah. This one was pretty difficult, too, to get her, because I had a bunch of, filter effects on.
Yeah.
Getting her skin was a bit difficult, just because, the filter effects were messing with it, and then I had to go try to figure out how to get, the right colors and the right sampling to make sure that it still portrayed her skin tone, but through all the filters of all the other colors, because, again, you want to make sure that this is spot on.
Yeah, definitely. We don't need to Netflix her or anything.
No, I would never.
It can't be Netflix and Costco out here. No way.
Yeah, this is me going through. It's like, why is this color not becoming the color I want it to be?
Yeah.
So then I realized I needed to go on another layer up top of it and then just try my best. Yeah, this was probably the worst part, but oh well.
He's doing a thing. I got really lazy and I quit trying to edit out the parts where I can't figure out what's happening in Photoshop.
Really? I can tell.
Yeah. So like a thing is happening, but I don't know what's happening.
I know what's happening.
Okay, at least he knows what's happening. He can tell you. Oh, there we go. There's a thing that happened.
Yeah, this is me trying to get the layer effect over top of it to just let me see, like, get her skin tone. So this is where I finally get it to, like, at least somewhat close.
Yeah.
To the skin tone that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I got the hair, because this is the hair color. I was like, finally, after all of these years, I've gotten the hair color that's at least similar to her hair.
It's been 10,000 years.
Well, it's 3,000 years since I've seen the sun. The sun was the first time the sun came out today, and it's been like never.
It's been pretty rainy in Texas.
Yeah.
At least in Plano.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a drink.
I don't know. Thirsty bitch. Couldn't wait till the movie was over.
Nope. I don't move away from the microphone to breathe either.
No, you don't.
Oh, chocolate rain, that shit.
Chocolate rain.
No.
Can we get sued for that?
No, it wasn't long enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of this works.
I don't know. It won't pick it up. It's like the length of it, probably.
Yeah.
So it'll go by fair use policy.
I don't know what any of that means, but sure.
Don't worry. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
Yeah, it's
all... Matthew.
Whoa. Social distancing, bro.
But that's why I didn't full Pesci you. Don't worry.
Did you at least wash those hands before we started this?
Yeah, I washed them in Corona, extra light beer. With soap.
This is what I have to deal with every day. Back to reality.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, this is where you can see some graphical errors.
Yes.
Around the outside of the picture.
Yeah, because my graphics card needs to be updated.
Yeah.
I've been having some issues here and there with my computer. My computer's about like 4 years old now, I'd say.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I got it in 2016. So I guess, it's probably about time to upgrade. But funds are low, world's ending, you know how it is.
Yeah, it's a 2021 problem at this point.
At this point, yeah.
At this point. It's a 30XX problem now.
Yeah. Man, oh well. see how it goes. Hopefully we'll be out of here by June, and then we'll be able to go to Anime CTX.
I'd be glad just to get a con in September, honestly. So.
Yeah, I do want. We'll find out next week if we're in Dragon Con. That's a con that's technically in September.
September, right?
Yeah, well, it's like the first week. It's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, and this is me putting the brand in with the sun effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's been pretty cool. Yeah, I was trying to get the purple in. It was just like a bit too. What's the word I'm looking for? Too purple.
A little too purpley.
Yeah, you kind of want to back off a bit. You don't want to go too deep on these colors here, especially if you want it to have a glow effect like this. And then go into the MVP, the coffee filter.
The coffee filter. It's seriously, it carries you. It's the
me.
speed wagon of your art.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
It's insane.
It's nuts how much work a coffee filter can put in.
I know, right? It's a coffee filter with just Crayola markers and water.
Yeah.
That's the tutorial video.
That really needs to be the tutorial video. Yeah. We'll just go to the kitchen and film you making one.
Yeah.
That's it.
We'll make a new one that way.
Get a filter that can do both.
Yeah.
Make some coffee with it and then do it.
Yeah. That wouldn't be the worst idea. Huh. Things to think about.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, this is when it gets all the texture from. I get a lot of texture from this sort of stuff. Now it seems that I'm kind of starting to add like little colors for the eyes and things like that into the little monsters down there.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of texture to make sure that we have differentiate everything.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to the end of the video. Not too close, but still close. I think there's about
this brush I made is pretty good too. A lot of the brushes I make are I don't really save any of them, which is probably a bad habit.
Yeah, that's something too that people have on like Gumroad or on their Patreon. Things like that where they have their brushes that they release to people.
Because each I make a new brush for each picture just because I feel like I never really use the same brush twice. Anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, you save it and then you export it, give it to them.
That's true.
That's a thing. That's a very common thing I see on art.
And
stuff.
It was just because like this when I always end up messing with it to try to get a new texture for each one.
Yeah, it's just a step you have to remember to add in.
Yeah,
it's like you just save it and whatever, and then you can put it in a file and then later.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about like slowing down. If you break your process up step by step, that itself can become a benefit to your audience.
That makes sense.
Like things like that, because there's also a lot of artists who have put the PSDs up and things like that too.
Right.
Now I wouldn't do that with all the rampant art theft that goes on.
Yeah.
But I definitely think brush is really good though.
Yeah, poor fucking hero.
All right.
Anytime I think of art theft, I think of all the docky that people have stolen from him.
Yeah, or those Sailor Moon things that had your friend's art on them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
art theft is bad. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
If you want to steal things, go steal things that are harmless. Like
just steal money.
Like music.
Yeah, steal music. No one gets hurt from that.
No one.
They're all rich studios.
Yeah, obviously.
Especially indie artists.
Yeah, especially the indie artists. Definitely steal from them.
Always steal from them.
Yikes.
It's a crime. Don't do it, people.
Steal movies, maybe.
Yeah, steal movies, especially indie movies.
No.
Not
indie films. Big corporate America films.
Yeah.
Hollywood films. You can steal those.
Actually, just go download horrible films. That's what I do, because if I ever get a notice for Deathbed, I'm just gonna laugh. Like, what? Are you kidding me? God. No one's paying money for this at all.
Yeah, there's no DVD.
There's nothing. No, nobody. There's not an official DVD either.
Is it?
I don't think so. I don't know. There's probably 100 bootleg ones you could buy before you find an official release.
Right.
It might be an official VHS or something.
God.
I don't know. Yeah, just go steal all those movies.
Go for it, man. Do you? You do you.
You do you.
Just you didn't hear it from us.
No. I think, did you do the little burn tool around the edge?
I did, yeah, but we're not at the very end. I still have to do Guts himself.
Okay, yeah. I see you did a little bit on the bottom there in the smoke.
Yeah. It was because that was all on
like that.
It was because it's all on one layer, so it was
that's right.
But then at the very end, I do a little thing where I clone the entire thing onto one separate layer and then kind of go around.
Yeah, we'll see it at the end. It looks pretty cool when you do that.
Yeah. To try to make sure that everything kind of fits into one frame.
Mm-hmm.
Very handy tool, let me tell you. Fun fact, a lot of it's on the Google.
The Google Yos.
Not as big of a master Google foo as this guy over here, but you know.
Google master. That's how I find all the bad movies.
Oh, dude. Chargeman Ken.
Dude, Chargeman Ken.
What a terrible fucking series.
If you're still in this video, go look up Chargeman Ken. For real. You'll love it.
Yeah, it's
somehow a show that is only 5 minutes long still manages to have a minimum of 2 minutes of reused animation every episode.
And is still padded.
Yeah. It's horribly padded.
How do you pad
so much reused animation when the episodes are 6.5 minutes long, including the
opening and the ending.
Yeah.
And the end. Oh man,
it's beautiful.
Frame breaks, the looping breaks.
It's beautiful.
At least the sound quality is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's okay.
It's okay for a
other than
show.
The almost complete lack of sound effects.
So that's right. They do
so many lasers with no sound effects.
Yeah.
Explosions with no sound effects.
Yeah, that's like true. That. I forgot about that part. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, that is a terrible show.
It's beautiful. I think you need to do some Chargeman Ken art.
No, that's cool.
I think you should do it for stream.
No, I'm a big fan.
End of story.
No, you know what's actually funny though too is thinking about Chargeman Ken is like the plots themselves are basic structures for normal plots for shows nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's just like the bare bones of a show plot. There's no padding of...
There's no reasoning or anything.
Yeah, there's none of that padding of like, you know, character development or interactions with each other that make you root for the characters.
No, it's just basically the characters come on and then the aliens are like, we need to kill Chargeman Ken and do a thing.
Yeah.
And then they try to do a thing and Chargeman Ken defeats them.
Yeah, we need to...
That's it.
You know, they have like these plots to kill people, to take over their world and all that jazz.
There's a mummy that comes from over a frozen lake with no context or reason as to why he's there, and then there's 100 mummies, and then they all start fighting and they all get blown up.
Yeah.
So
no reason.
So go watch it. It's great.
So no reason. Yeah,
I think it's on Crunchyroll.
It is on Crunchyroll.
I think it might still be on. You
can watch this legally.
It might still be on Crunchyroll. Go look for it.
Again, since Corona's out too, I mean, there might actually just have more shows on there.
Yeah.
I would say go. Speaking of things you should pay for, Retro Crush.
Oh yeah.
Good anime from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah, this isn't sponsored by them, but if you're out there,
hook it up.
Hook it up.
Hook it up. Hook it up. Hook it up. Hook it up. Hook it up. Yeah.
So I think we're getting, we're pretty close. It's about to end.
Yep, that's the finish.
There we go. I do believe we did go in and zoom in a little later, I think, and add some stuff, but it was not recorded.
That's right, because we found a few erroneous errors in it, and then we always want to make sure those errors are taken care of before we go to print.
Yeah.
Because we've had a few instances of,
I
don't want to talk about it. But yeah, that's it.
Pretty much what you saw is what you get.
Yep. It'll be up on the website after this video is finished. You can always go to maecaart.com. That's where our online store is, where you can purchase
You should see it on screen around now.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Magic. It'll be on there somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Magic of internet television.
Right. Check us out on Patreon. We got that going. There's still some good rewards. You can get your name in the credits. I just added that.
Oh, nice.
To the top tier.
Right.
Your name will be right over there somewhere.
Lord. We'll edit this out.
Right. No, it's not being edited.
No.
Nothing will be edited out.
Dang it. Yeah, so we'll have it over there for the credits to say thank you for supporting us. The video being made by you guys. You'll get access to these videos as well as a say in the Patreon poll that we do for our stream art, we'll have 4 fandoms, and then we'll go bracket by bracket.
We're gonna try to set up some Patreon only polls. It's just a little weird right now, so I got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's been weird, for the entire world. So we're kind of trying to figure things out as we go. That is about it. But feel free to give us a follow, like, comment, subscribe.
Let us know what you thought about having our faces down in the corner.
Yeah, that's something we want to get a little bit of feedback on, because we do want to have ourselves here a bit more often. That way you can see our wacky shenanigans. We're a pretty wacky duo, I guess.
Super wacky. We've been described as hyper wacky.
Zany.
Crazy. Things like that.
Yeah.
Been described with a lot of other words that we shouldn't repeat on the stream either.
Whimsical?
I know whimsical, yes. Whimsical. Very whimsical.
Mm-hmm.
And with that,
we bid you
whimsically disappear.
Adieu.
Ooh, I'll make the video fade out. Ooh.
Ooh. Minis.